Hello, welcome to Creative Nonfiction Online. I'm Mr. Jaycox, and I'll be your instructor this semester. We're going to try to do a lot of cool things with this learning environment, including some videos. We're going to start by, I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm the department chairperson for the English department at Mac. I teach poetry, creative writing, creative nonfiction, Comp 1, Comp 2, and next semester I'll be teaching public speaking. I really enjoy working at Mac. I think it's a wonderful environment. I think most of the instructors do as much as they possibly can to help their students, which I think is absolutely wonderful. A little bit about me: I've got a number of hobbies. I'm a big sports fan. Specifically, I love the Dallas Cowboys. I rarely miss a game, and real quick, let me get something. It's a wonderful gift that I received, a Dallas Cowboys garden gnome, which is super cool. So there's that. I'm also a Cardinals fan, and show you, I've got my favorite baseball card ever. It's a Joe Torre 1970 Topps. Some of you guys might know Joe Torre as the former manager of the Cardinals, current manager of the Dodgers, former Yankees manager as well, but he's my dad's favorite baseball player, which is super cool. He gave me this card whenever I was younger. Obviously it means a great deal to me. I think the greatest development mankind's had recently is Netflix. Avid Netflix viewer. I don't really do the envelope thing very often. I'm more of a live streaming guy. They've got a lot of cool old TV shows and documentaries that I watch. This is Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. I kind of put it in my queue a long time ago. I wasn't really sure what I had, but I don't think this is going to be a particularly good movie. The first one was good, but I don't think it lent itself well to a sequel. So if you haven't seen Boondock Saints 1, you should watch it. And maybe by the next time I do a video next week, I'll have seen this and I can tell you whether or not you should go see this one, or rent it, or whatever you do. I also like to play the Wii. I'm still undefeated so far at Just Dance, but I'm taking all challengers still, so let me know if you're interested in that. Used to be, you could tell a lot by people by looking at their CD collection. Now people don't have CD collections, so we have iPods. So I'll give you a couple songs off my playlist to give you an idea of what I like. I like Pearl Jam. I've got Better Man on here. I've got some Nil Lara, Counting Crows, if you guys remember who that is, Willie Nelson, Simon and Garfunkel, Eye of the Tiger. Ooh, I don't even know who sang that, but it's a pretty cool song. Got some Cyndi Lauper, Jewel, Outkast, and some Neil Diamond. So kind of an eclectic mix of different things going on with that, which is wonderful. I guess we can move on from me and on to other things for a little bit here. You should hopefully have your textbooks by now. There are two for the course. The first one is Writing Creative Nonfiction. It's a pretty good book. It's got some good essays in it. It doesn't have a lot of biographical information about the authors, though, which I think is kind of a downside. But your first assignment is going to be to read Terry Tempest Williams out of this. I think it's a pretty solid essay. There's not, like I said, no biographical information in this one, and some of the authors will have handouts with biographical information. I didn't do one for Terry Tempest Williams just because I mean, she's an excellent writer, but I don't think she's as important as some of the other authors we're going to address. The other book is The Art of the Personal Essay. Hopefully you have that one as well. And we'll start with Montaigne in here. It does have Michael Montaigne. This particular book does have wonderful biographical information, and Montaigne's is located on page 43, so do make sure you read that along with the handout that I've posted. A lot of the test material will actually come from the biographical information because it's so firm, whereas sometimes the way we read the essay is open to interpretation. There's no denying Michael de Montaigne was the father of the personal essay, so those are the kind of test questions we'll be looking at if you're worried about what you're going to have an exam over. So do that, read that biographical information. And just a note on Montaigne, don't be discouraged. He's kind of an odd way to start the semester. A lot of people find him hard to read. They don't really enjoy his work. But I think there's some good there. I won't get into why I like him until I do the wrap-up next week, because after the forum discussions and you guys talk about it, I'll try to summarize kind of, you know, what was discussed and maybe highlight some other things that you guys didn't address in those discussions. Note about the forums. They're located on the collaboration page. They're a huge part of the course. We have 551 points available for the course, and 250 of them will come from the forums. So make sure you're doing that in a timely fashion. If you fail to participate in those for a while, I'll consider that kind of like an absence, and I don't want to drop anybody. So make sure you're on there every week and you're working with that. Make sure you read the forum assignment sheet. That'll have some good insights in terms of the best approach to be effective in those forums. Be respectful of one another. We might not agree all the time. I hope that we care enough about the content that we sometimes have disagreements, which is a good thing. I think when you're involved in an academic disagreement, both people learn through that disagreement. So do try to be respectful, though, when you do disagree. And make sure you're using punctuation, capitalizing words, and things like that. I'm an English teacher. That matters. You know, that's part of the objectives for the course. One of the prerequisites is Comp 1. If I didn't care about those things, we wouldn't worry about whether or not you had Comp 1 yet. So make sure you're on top of those and you handle them effectively and in a mature fashion. I like to think that I'm pretty accessible to my students and that I'm very helpful. So if you have any concerns, any questions, I want you to contact me. Additionally, if you would like to say hi via video and you have the equipment, feel free to make a little video, and if you send it to me and or upload it to YouTube and send me a link or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to check it out, and as long as there's nothing that's inappropriate or anything like that, I can put a link up to it on this same page in the course, if that's the sort of thing. Don't feel obligated. Certainly that's not an assignment, but if you want to and you feel like that would help you get involved with the course a little bit more, I certainly welcome that. So you'll see me again next week with video. Certainly email me in the meantime if you need to. Hopefully we'll have a wonderful semester. So good luck with everything.